With August rapidly approaching, there are plenty of sets coming out, and in this full buyer's guide, we will take a brief look at every single set and talk about whether you should buy it or not. First up, we have the Dark Millennium Falcon. Given set number 75389, it has 1,579 pieces and costs $180 or 240 Canadian. This set is based off the Rebuild the Galaxy show, releasing on September 13th. The minifigures in this set are Darth Dev, who is a character from the show that we don't know much about yet, Darth Jar Jar, Darth Rey, Beach Luke, Jedi Vader, and Bounty Hunter C-3PO. All of these figures are amazing quality, but if I had to make some complaints, it would be that the Jedi Vader doesn't have blue eyes, which would have made the figure perfect, and that the Darth Jar Jar doesn't have any leg or arm printing. Looking at the build, the color scheme looks absolutely great. The black mixed with the dark red really looks amazing. Although comparing this build to the 75257 Millennium Falcon, aside from the color, it looks exactly the same, even though the Dark Falcon has about 200 more pieces. Looking at the interior, you can just fold up all of the panels and the inside is chock full of details. It has a removable throne for Darth Jar Jar, a command center, hyperdrive, beds, entertainment area, and a jail cell. The set is available for pre-order on Lego.com. It's worth to pick up if you like non-canon Star Wars because the build and minifigures are great, and if you are considering getting a Millennium Falcon at this price point, I would definitely recommend this one over the one from The Rise of Skywalker because it is much more detailed. The second set that I'm going to talk about is also from Rebuild the Galaxy, and that set is 75393 TIE Fighter and X-Wing Mashup. This set has 1,063 pieces and costs $110 or 140 Canadian. This set includes 5 minifigures being Yessi Scala, Sig Greebling, a Rebel pilot, L3GO astromech droid, and a TIE pilot. As the show hasn't released yet, I don't have much to say about the minifigures, but they do look really good quality, and the astromech droid looks like it's sponsored by McDonald's, although I think it's supposed to be the Lego colors, as you can see in the name. Looking at the ships, the X-Wing looks pretty good, but for some reason the landing gears just look a bit off. I think they might be too long, therefore making the ship look strange when they are deployed. The TIE Fighter has a new look for the cockpit, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. It looks a lot more rounded, but I'm not sure if it looks as good as previous TIE Fighters. Now, the big selling point of the set is that you can combine the two ships to create TIE Wings and X-Fighters. While this is a cool feature, unless you have kids, I'm not sure that is the best reason to buy the set for $100+. Next up, we have the 75394 Imperial Star Destroyer. It has 1,555 pieces and costs $160 or 210 Canadian. It has 6 regular minifigures being Darth Vader, Commander Prodigy, an Imperial Gunner, an Imperial Navy Trooper, and a Stormtrooper. All of these minifigures are great quality. I don't have much to say about them, but we also have the addition of a 25th anniversary minifigure being Cal Kestis. This is probably one of the best 25th anniversary minifigures that we have gotten yet, although he could use some arm printing. Looking at the build, this is the smallest play-scale Star Destroyer we have ever had, but I really like the look of this thing. It's detailed and has a good amount of tile and studs. It has a fully accessible interior. You just need to open up the panels and you have access to the bridge, command room, break room, armory, control panels, and a cargo box. It also has a carrying handle, making playability so much easier. Overall, it's a pretty good set, but the price seems a bit too much considering for its small size. It all comes down to how much you like the build or how badly you want that Cal Kestis minifigure. Next, we have set 75398 C-3PO. It has 1,130 pieces and costs $150 or 180 Canadian. It includes one minifigure being the same C-3PO that we got in the UCS Luke's Landspeeder. This is the highest quality one that we have with the dual molded silver leg. But it raises the question as to why we don't have the dual molded leg in the Dark Falcon, which is actually a more expensive set. Before we look at the build, it does come with a plaque that showcases some of C-3PO's details, and it has a 25th anniversary brick. The build really surprised me as it looks much better than expected. He stands on top of what appears to be the sands of Tatooine, and the arms, hands, and head are all posable. The only complaints I have are the wires in his belly are stickers and not printed, and the eyes look a bit creepy. This set is supposed to pair with the Chewbacca from last year and the new R2-D2 from March, and they are supposed to be about in scale, another reason why you shouldn't buy the UCS R2-D2, as you could just get the cheaper one and it matches with the C-3PO. Overall, I think that this is a pretty good set. It has a steep price point, but it isn't overpriced. I have a feeling that the set may go on sale at some point, so you might want to wait for that. The next set is 75385 Ahsoka Tanos Duel on Peridia. It has 382 pieces and costs $55 or 70 Canadian. It includes 5 minifigures being Ahsoka in her white outfit, Ezra Bridger, Morgan Elsbeth, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and a Night Trooper. The Ahsoka has an all-new outfit as well as a new print on her Leku or headtails. Ezra also looks good, although I wish he had pupils because right now his eyes look a bit weird. Morgan Elsbeth has an all-new face print and now she has a new weapon. Grand Admiral Thrawn is probably the best version we'll ever get. He has dual molded legs and everything is pretty much perfect except for they put the wrong number of code cylinders sticking out of his pockets, but that's not too much of a mistake. It shouldn't ruin the figure for anyone. Next we have the Night Trooper, which looks really good. It has great detailing with the gold and dark red accents. It even has a zombie stormtrooper face under there, which is unexpected as we didn't see their faces in the show, but it is a great addition nonetheless. I know some people were hoping for an Enoch, I was too, but this is more or less of a safer option. It probably would have been difficult to create a helmet mold for such a unique helmet like his. Looking at the build, it actually looks really good with the pillars on the side slanting in and the detail on the floor. It really looks great. The one thing that is annoying that all the details are actually stickers and they weren't printed, which is really unfortunate for a set that is almost $60. This set is full of features. First, you have the 2 gears on the side, which can spin the smaller circles on the left and right, and the larger circle in the middle is able to spin on its own as well. You also have the ability to recreate Ezra's jump onto the Star Destroyer by pushing down on a tile and sending him flying forward. Honestly, this set is extremely overpriced for $55 or 75 Canadian, but the minifigures are great and probably the major selling point for this set. Next we have the 75396 Desert Skiff and Sarlac Pit. This set has 558 pieces and costs $80 or 100 Canadian. It is extremely overpriced. It has 5 regular minifigures being Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Lando. It also has the additional 25th anniversary minifigure of 9 Nub. The Boba Fett is probably the worst figure in the set as they didn't include the cape and is actually the wrong version. The figure is actually an Empire Strikes Back version, while this is a Return of the Jedi set. This is a really unfortunate oversight, especially for a set that's meant to pair with a $500 UCS set, being the Sail Barge. The rest of the minifigures are actually pretty good with no flaws that I can see. Moving on to the skiff, it looks really good, and the only thing that they could have done is maybe add more of the trans-clear pieces under the skiff, because in the movie it is actually much higher above the pit than it is in the set. The plank that Luke Skywalker walks on is also retractable. The pit really looks good, the detail on the sides is amazing. To be honest, it almost looks more like a mock than a Lego set to me. Unfortunately, because of the play features on the back of it, doesn't look as good. There are some knobs that you can turn to wave the tentacles around, and the Sarlacc Pit has space in its mouth for one minifigure. Overall, the set is even more overpriced than the Duel on Peridia. The only reason that you would really get this set would be if you are getting the Sail Barge so that you have the full minifigure lineup, or if you really, really want the 9-nub minifigure. Next, we have the Creative Play Droid Builder, given set number 75392. It has 1,186 pieces and retails for $100 or 130 Canadian. It includes one minifigure being the 25th anniversary of Leia, who comes with her droid Lola. The figure really isn't all that exciting, but it is well executed. The only thing that is a bit strange is that the Lola is really big. I feel like it would have been better if it was printed on a 1x1 circle instead of a 2x2 circle. Now in the set, you can build 4 droids being R2-D2, Chopper, QT-KT, and R5-J2. The droids are pretty well executed. Chopper even has his little arms coming out of his head. The only thing that I see really wrong with these droids is where the joints connect to the legs to the body, they just look a bit too big. These droids may be great for kids, but if you are a collector, they probably aren't the best. The main feature of the set is the ability to customize your droids. Not only can you mix and match the body parts, you also have a plethora of accessories to go with them, including hats, glasses, and much more. This set would be fantastic for young children, but from a collector's standpoint, it's only okay. Next, we have set 75374, the Onyx Cinder. It has 1,325 pieces and will retail for $140. Well, at the time of recording, we don't have any official pictures from LEGO website. We do have some images from M&R Productions review. At first glance, this set looks really good and it comes with 5 minifigures being Jawed, Wim, Fern, KB, and Neil. These figures look pretty well made. The one I'm most excited for is Neil. It has a pretty sizable interior with lots of detail and a cockpit. It seems to have plenty of play features, but until we can get official images, there's nothing much else that I can say. The final set of August 2024 is Jedi Bob Starfighter. The set has 305 pieces and costs $40 and it has 2 minifigures, being Jedi Bob and an Akbar Trooper. It also comes with a gonk droid named Servo. The build looks really unique compared to regular Jedi Starfighters, with the hyperdrives under the front of the ship and the 3 engines in the back, but I think the main reason that people will buy the set would be for Jedi Bob, as the Starfighter is good, but it's not overly amazing compared to the cheaper Starfighters of the past. I think this set is a really good buy if you are an OG LEGO Star Wars collector from the early 2000s, because this will bring lots of nostalgia, or if you are a fan of the Rebuild the Galaxy show coming out in September. This set also has some play features, including spring-loaded shooters and a bit of storage in the front. Those are all of the sets releasing on August 1st. Will you buy any? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe for weekly LEGO Star Wars content, and I will see you next time.